Hello and welcome to this video, a virtual open evening in lieu of the open evening that we've ended up having to cancel due to coronavirus. You're in a position of trying to decide whether BRGS might be the right school for your child to attend in order for them to continue with their education. This video is designed to help you understand the process you need to go through in order to apply for a place at BRGS. As you're aware, we're a grammar school, so you'll know that pupils are only accepted on the basis of their ability in a series of tests, which is our entrance examination. I'll speak about that later on in this video. You may also know that we're also an academy. That means we're our own admissions authority. Our governors set the admissions policy, which reflects our name. We are a grammar school primarily for schools in Bacup, Rawtenstall and the surrounding area. I'd now like to tell you a little bit about the entrance examination and admissions procedures. You can find all the details you need to know about our admissions policy and these procedures in the Blue Book. The Blue Book contains our admissions policy and some guidance on admissions and information about the entrance exam. And all the essential information you need to know is found in the Blue Book. In addition, you will get information about the local authority's coordinated admission scheme that will come to you via your primary school. As mentioned, you can download a copy of the Blue Book from the admissions page on our website www.brgs.org.uk. Our governors have specified a series of primary schools that form our main catchment schools. These schools fall into Areas 1 and Area 2, and it's important that you know which school your child goes to. Is it Area 1? Is it Area 2? Or is it a school that isn't in either of those categories? So if you want your child to sit the Bacup and Rawtenstall Grammar School entrance examination, you initially need to register him or her with us so that we are able to prepare a place for them. In order to do this initially, you need to fill in our online entrance examination registration form, and you need to have completed this by 12 noon on Tuesday the 23rd of June 2020. Please note that this deadline is an absolute final deadline and the online registration system will be locked at that point. We won't accept any further registrations after noon on the 23rd of June 2020. So in order to register, first of all, go to our website www.brgs.org.uk and click on the About Us button. To register, on the left hand side, click on Admissions and scroll down and click on the Register button. Once you submit the registration form, you'll receive a copy of your registration back by email. This is your confirmation of registration. If you live in an internet black spot, please contact school directly for a paper registration form to complete. Contact us using the email address enquiries@brgs.org.uk. This paper registration needs to be submitted to school and we need to receive it by 12 noon on Tuesday the 23rd of June 2020. So please submit it in good time with the correct postage. We will not accept it after that date. Once you've submitted your registration, you can be reassured that we will have a place for your child to sit our entrance exam, which will take place on Saturday the 12th of September 2020. That is under the assumption that the coronavirus crisis has passed and social distancing has been relaxed. If we are still in that situation, we will make alternative arrangements. You will need to keep checking our school website to find out up-to-date information. Assuming that we are holding our entrance examination on Saturday the 12th of September 2020, there will be two examination sittings, an earlier one in the morning and one in the late morning. We'll write to you directly to inform which sitting your child has been allocated to. Once your child's completed the entrance examination, we'll mark the papers and inform you of the outcome by October the 16th at the latest. Again, this is subject to coronavirus situations. You will then receive a letter from us saying that either your child has met the required standard and there is a place available for your child at BRGS, or it might say that your child has met the required standard, but due to our oversubscription criteria, we're not able to offer them a place. In that situation, we will tell them where they are on our waiting list. Alternatively, you may receive a letter saying your child has not met the required standard and so we can't offer them a place. Once you have that information, you then need to complete the local authority common application form and name us as one of your 3 preferences, returning it to the authority as required. You are therefore able to make an informed decision about your choice of high school, knowing whether or not a place is available for your child at BRGS. If you put us first on that local authority application form, and we've told you there's a place for your child at BRGS, you will be allocated that place by the local authority. If you put us second or third, and a higher preference school has a place for your child, you'll be offered that place and you need to take that place, even if we've indicated that a place was available for your child at BRGS. Our entrance examination is prepared for us by a company called CEM and is used by Heckman White Grammar and Queen Elizabeth Grammar School as well. It assesses verbal, non-verbal and numerical ability via 2 examination papers. Each paper takes about an hour, which includes time for instructions and practice. The 2 papers are equally weighted and the entire examination is age standardised, which means younger children are not disadvantaged by their age. The outcome is that each child receives an overall standardised score. During the entrance examination, between the 2 papers, there is a chance for children to have a refreshment and toilet break. The company also produces a guide to the examination, which children need to be familiar with before the exam. It can be downloaded from the admissions page of a website, and they also produce a guide for parents, again accessible from the same location on our website. Additionally, there are some sample papers that the examination board produce in categories, but again please be aware that the examination itself mixes the categories in 2 papers. Students give their answers to the questions by completing sections on a sheet that will be read electronically by optical mark recognition. Again, an example of this is in the downloadable guide. So the required standard. Parents often ask about our pass mark or about the required standard. Generally speaking, the sort of students that pass our entrance examination are those that are likely to achieve at the higher standard or at greater depth in the end of Key Stage 2 examinations. However, performance in our entrance examination is the sole criteria for admission to BRGS, regardless of potential Key Stage 2 achievement. Our governors have set our maximum Year 7 intake at 180 pupils. In the past, we have always been oversubscribed, and this means that we have to apply our official oversubscription criteria every year. For candidates that have met the required standard, we apply our oversubscription criteria in the following way: by allocating places firstly to looked after or previously looked after children, to children with an education, health and care plan, then to pupils attending Area 1 primary schools, ranked by their score, then to pupils attending Area 2 primary schools, also ranked by their score, and then to pupils being educated in places other than in Area 1 or 2 primary schools, again ranked by their score. Once 180 places have been allocated, the remainder form our waiting list. Normally, all pupils from Area 1 and 2 primary schools that have met the required standard are allocated places. Historically, this has been between 100 and 110 of our intake each year. As such, about 70 places end up being allocated to pupils from outside of Areas 1 and 2. Offers are made by the local authority in the March following the entrance examination. You must accept the offer of a place if you want it. When offers are not accepted, we are then able to offer those places to children on our waiting list in rank order. So, summarising. You need to register your son or daughter for the entrance exam by 12 noon on Tuesday the 23rd of June 2020. No registrations will be accepted after this date or time. I stress again, it is your responsibility to complete the registration on time. Further information about the test will be sent to you in the weeks before the exam. Assuming we are back in normal life, the entrance examination will be held on Saturday the 12th of September in 2 sittings. The entrance exam consists of 2 papers which cover verbal, non-verbal and numerical ability within each paper. Students are guided through the papers via an audio guide which allocates different times for different sections and tells students when to start a section, when to stop a section and when to move on. There are a series of frequently asked questions in the Blue Book, such as what do I do if my child is ill on the exam day? What do I do if my child has special educational needs? Is there any point in appealing if a place is not offered? As mentioned, we intend to inform you of the outcome of the result by the 16th of October at the latest. If you want a place at BRGS, you should list us on the Local Authority Common Application Form in first place. The local authority will inform you at the beginning of March, as with everyone else, of the school that has been allocated to your child. Finally, a few words from George.
At BRGS, I love the inclusivity and the support that all the teachers offer. They're all very approachable, and if you ever have any worries, you can go to them. It's great when they treat you like adults, but if needed, they can be very firm.
If you have any further questions or would like to find out anything more about applying to BRGS, please do get in touch with us. Please use the email address enquiries@brgs.org.uk and we'll seek to answer all the questions that you may have. Thank you very much for watching this video.